In the intricate dance of global commerce, tariffs serve as both instruments and obstacles. A tariff is a tax imposed on imported goods, making them more expensive for consumers. Governments employ tariffs for various reasons. They can be used to protect domestic industries from foreign competition, generate revenue, or exert political pressure on other countries. However, the use of tariffs is a delicate balancing act. While tariffs can shield domestic producers, they often lead to higher prices for consumers and retaliatory measures from trading partners. This can escalate into a trade war, harming all parties involved. The history of international trade is replete with examples of tariff wars and their consequences, offering valuable lessons for policymakers today. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930 stands as a stark reminder of the potential perils of protectionism. Enacted during the early years of the Great Depression, this legislation raised tariffs on over 20,000 imported goods to record levels. The intention was to protect American farmers and businesses from foreign competition amidst the economic downturn. However, the consequences were disastrous. Rather than shielding the American economy, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act exacerbated the crisis. Other countries retaliated with tariffs of their own, effectively strangling global trade. The resulting collapse in international commerce deepened the depression, contributing to widespread unemployment and economic hardship both in the United States and around the world. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of protectionist policies, particularly during times of economic uncertainty. Fast forward to the 21st century, and the spectre of protectionism re-emerged with the trade policies of the Trump administration. Citing concerns over trade imbalances and unfair trade practices, the United States imposed tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods from China, the European Union, and other trading partners. These actions ignited a series of tit-for-tat retaliatory tariffs, creating a climate of uncertainty and tension in the global economy. The tariffs imposed by the Trump administration had a mixed impact on the US economy. While some domestic industries benefited from reduced competition, others, such as agriculture and manufacturing, suffered from retaliatory tariffs and disrupted supply chains. The tariffs also contributed to higher prices for consumers and businesses, fueling inflation and dampening economic growth. The full extent of the long-term consequences of these trade disputes remains to be seen. Section 4. Echoes of the Past, comparing the impacts of trade conflicts. While both the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act and the Trump administration's tariffs represent forays into protectionism, there are important differences to consider when comparing their impacts. The global economic landscape of the 1930s was vastly different from that of the 21st century. The world was less interconnected, and trade played a smaller role in national economies. In contrast, the modern global economy is characterized by intricate supply chains and a high degree of interdependence. This interconnectedness means that tariffs, particularly those imposed by major economies like the United States, can have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences. The tit-for-tat tariffs of the Trump era disrupted global supply chains, increased business uncertainty, and contributed to a slowdown in global economic growth. While the immediate impact on the US economy was mixed, the long-term consequences for global trade and investment remained to be fully understood. Section 5. Lessons from Tariff Wars, Balancing Protection and Cooperation. The historical record offers valuable lessons about the risks of protectionism and the importance of international cooperation in fostering a stable and prosperous global economy. While tariffs may seem appealing as a way to protect domestic industries, they often lead to unintended consequences such as higher prices for consumers, retaliation from trading partners, and damage to the global trading system. The challenge for policymakers today is to strike a balance between protecting the interests of their citizens and promoting a rules-based system of international trade that benefits all countries. This requires a commitment to dialogue, cooperation, and a recognition that global challenges require global solutions. By learning from the mistakes of the past and working together, nations can build a more prosperous and equitable future for all.